I invited 10 of my subscribers to an entirely flat world to see what they would build. Except it's not just any flat world survival, it is an ultra flat survival. This has a lot of additions to unlock new creativity, and what will people do when faced with that challenge? By the way, if you want to play ultra flat survival yourself, it is now officially available on the marketplace, and even if you don't purchase it, you can get your hands on these free skins just by going to that page. Totally worth doing, but for now, let's see what people are getting up to as the server begins.
Things aren't off to a terrible start. I mean, they've planted 3 saplings and everyone's running around. I didn't realize, however, that all of the different biomes means that people can be slain by wolves and foxes and even rabbits if they're brave enough. Because yeah, this is a world filled with lots of different biomes, and I'm curious as to how that interacts with how people play. This is a map I'm so passionate about. I spent so long working on the fine details to, make sure that Superflat could be more varied and interesting, but seeing how people actually play it is going to be the true test, right? I mean, this is certainly one way. So yeah, there was bonus chest loot, but it was literally a cooked rabbit, some beetroot seeds, a sugarcane, which is useless without water, and the saplings. And while the saplings haven't grown, I guess people just go around making their own dirt structures. What happens when someone's mining interacts with someone else's building has yet to be seen. Will it be a polite conflict, or will there be something more? I hope it's a polite exchange of words, that'd be nice.
So the first day has been going well for most people. Someone has built this beautiful face, someone has got this lovely house, and someone's even made a giant structure to the sky so that people can get the trampoline achievement, which is a lot easier in a super flat world, if you don't know, because of the common abundance of slimes. But what's also abundant in this world that isn't found in regular super flat is wolves. Wolves cannot spawn in a plains biome, which is a regular flat, but because this is ultra flat survival, it means there is a tiger biome, one of the few biomes where you can find a wolf, and so this person in leather has been collecting a lot of those. But as people achieve more individually, I am curious as to how this is going to interact with each other, and let's find that out as we go to day 2.
A day in, and society is going pretty well. There's no massive fights, there are a few creeper explosions, but they're being patched up nicely, and I do have to say, I like the attitude people have of building a collective society, while some people look at that and say, it is sure nice to build this wonderful collective thing, and some people say, nah, what I like is to run away and avoid any of the conflicts that are going to happen there, and they make a parallel, equal, but separate society in the corner over here, which as you can see has freed itself from the chaos of the collective space, has made a much bigger love pit. I mean, seriously, the size of this love pit. They've even put pigs in here. It's crazy the depths that society will go to, but they're also planning on shoveling the area out and building some trees, getting into the first step of the tech tree. Also, foxes do give you something. What are they referring to? Is it love?
No, if you look carefully at the tech tree, you'll see one of the additions made to this map to make diamonds accessible is that foxes have a really low chance of dropping diamonds, which means you have to make a fox farm at some point, or just go out going crazy killing foxes. But if you were going to go crazy, I have to say this base design is really good. The wooden walls around the outside are high enough to keep mobs from getting in, and also the fact that it goes down to bedrock means that no mobs will spawn down there either. So this is clearly an enthusiast separate base where they've decided they can make more progress by themselves, but the bulk of the server is still by the spawn, and although both sides are currently just at the side of the tech tree where they've got dirt and wood and maybe some carrots or potatoes if they killed zombies, the question is which strategy is going to achieve more going forwards? Is the big collective base where no one really quite knows what they're doing going to work better, or is a couple of organized people making a giant love pit with an AFK box, is that going to be the more effective strategy? That's something we'll have to find out when we go to...
On day 3, it seems as though society is going really well, with a little jungle society forming off the main one over here. The only thing more impressive is the fact that there is this giant Toy Cat is Yes table. I don't know what that's meant to be besides beautiful, and it's also meant to be... Wait, how is so much light getting through here? But yeah, I'm assuming this is where mob grinding is done? Yeah, I'm guessing from all the giant, probably creeper explosions. Or maybe this is moss farming? It could be either of those things. Because this is the most advanced bit of society. It's in what is technically the end dimension biome. Wow, did you see that? You can spot it's the end dimension from that, by the way. But yeah, we're in the end dimension biome right now. And they have lots and lots and lots and lots of wolves here. Half a blue, half a red. That's just what you can expect. But even more impressively, they've reached the water point here already. That is incredibly impressive. I mean, now they've got water, it's clear they have to go up the whole chain to get drowns and whatnot. A clear, handy place to get drowns would be, I don't know, fill this place from the ceiling.
All they need to do once they've got the copper is use it to make a lightning rod, have that lightning rod affect some pigs, and then kill the zombie piglins so they can convert some villagers, and that sounds like a lot of work, but once they have emeralds, so much opens up, including the possibility of, exclusively on this map, getting lava, and lava plus water is a really promising idea if they're going to be able to do that. However, we'll have to see.
On day 4, almost as if it's by cue, they've built the America sign with a gun. I mean, they built a cobblestone creation device here. I believe it's a cobblestone creator. Let's find out by breaking the cobblestone. Yeah, so they've got a cobblestone generator in Superflat. So this is a really cool addition from being able to get lava. Really, really incredible that they're already making mud and cobblestone. Pretty hard things to get still in Superflat, but they're doing it work. And also they're cooking slimes apparently. So yeah, progress has been pretty good, it looks like, over in this side of the world, in the end biome. Meanwhile, the main spawn area is doing a good job at collecting all of the animals. I mean, not all of the different colored sheep, but they're getting there, making these lovely bamboo walls. I guess because it's a jungle biome, they're able to do that. Did they have to kill pandas or fish to get? You know, I'm not going to question how they got the bamboo in the first place, but as you can see, it's absolutely wonderful. For sale, food equals free, 1 diamond is a water bucket. That's nice, they've even got a trading economy set up.
But it seems as though a trading economy, even with these really well-built farms protected by both bamboo and dirt, alongside the collectivity of lots of people, is still not quite getting them to where the separate people out on the end biome are doing. This is a big curiosity of mine, however we have to see where this is going in the future. Is there going to be a clear divergence, or is there going to be a fight back from the collective? I guess we'll have to find out on day 5.
It's an interesting message to join the server to today. I want to know the context behind needing 1,352 trapdoors. Is there one? Anyway, so over the last 24 hours, the bamboo jungle base has taken another upgrade. As you can see, taking advantage of all the slime blocks that are appearing to make this lovely little spawn. And then also, is this snow? Oh, I guess because, yeah, there are snowy lands because of... that means you can get snow as a block. That actually adds a lot, right? I think that's wonderful. And so, yeah, if we look over here, you can definitely see even more fracturing taking place. This person's building a giant dirt castle. And I mean, if you're going to build out any resource, it could be that. Meanwhile, much further along the spectrum, we have this. I genuinely can't tell you what it is. I'm assuming the trapdoors now are to make a mob grinder. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a mob grinder, then there's going to be water leading it into a big central hole. You know, I guess you need to have one of these at some point. Very, very useful for getting a lot of iron. Although, don't they already have iron? I'm gonna have to query what that's all about. You can also see over here something very fascinating, which is some piglins. Do they have a nether portal already? Where did the piglins come from? Man, this is another really cool thing we did specifically for this. You can get piglins, however, they will eventually turn into zombified piglins unless you cover them up. In which case, they just sit there. They can't actually trade, as you can see. They just hold on to their gold. And so yeah, it's very, very interesting in my opinion. One of the big questions is at what point are they going to go to the nether? They already have lava, and that's how they get their cobblestone. That means all that is required is a bunch of lava, 10 lava, and then someone can go to the nether on a flat world. And it actually... it actually will work. It will be a flat nether. We've set it up in a fun way so this is real, super flat. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm so jealous of them. It's lightning striking right here. But yeah, society is going pretty well today. Has to be said. One of the benefits of this map having theoretical access to diamonds, it is quite challenging, you have to kill a lot of foxes, is that it means you can make a jukebox, and so all those discs that you can collect are not pointless, but instead, allow you to craft a very expensive new stereo. And yeah, also, wow, I haven't actually seen the map from above on an actual map like this. Looks super cool. I don't know why the void looks like that, but yeah, it's very fun to look around the world from the above perspective. And indeed, as we look around here, you can see some progress has been made. The mob grinder is now complete, allowing for a lot of iron and... What else are they making here? They're getting a lot of bows, enchanted stuff. We're getting some bones and arrows too. Very, very good stuff happening on this side of the world. There's also One of the strangest things I've ever seen. So because it's a super flat, we didn't put borders at the edge or make it go on forever. I figured limited size worlds. That's what we do as a map making company. But there is a, I like to kind of relive the old 4J mashup pack tutorial world feel. However, it does go out into an endless void, allowing you to build above nothing, which is what you want to do in the late game. Apparently, this is their idea of that, just randomly placed blocks. I really can't understand what this is meant to be. It almost looks like a bug, but clearly there's some intent behind this. You could make a really cool farm out here or anything like that. Again, I think having an end to the world makes the entire world more meaningful in a weird way that I've always, tried to put into the things we release on the marketplace. Maybe you appreciate that. Also, this water, because it's in the end, it's got that purpley end hint to it. Pretty cool. Did he just get a Nautilus shell? Good job, man. You remember that castle we saw being worked on a couple of days ago? It has had some serious progress since then. I quite like it, actually. Got some vibes going on here. I also like to see the progress happening all over the world. There is a bunch of people that are all allied and vaguely together, but sometimes that means separating, and it makes something quite rich about the world. It's been cool to see. Actually, wait. Is this a dirt house? I quite like this. Yeah, this is cute. New and improved. I'm AFK. They've got a basement and everything. 2 weeks in, and the progress is really cool to say the least. There's some really strange pieces, like this long bamboo line, or there's this dirt path over here that I'm not too sure about. Should we follow the dirt path? Maybe it's actually a clear way to get you from base to base. Let's see. You know, actually, I like this as a method. It's working. I'm following it. Where's it going to take me? Through more bamboo, apparently, and into a big hole in the ground. Is this a trap? Oh no, this is where they keep their pigs, so that way they don't lower the spawn cap everywhere else. Then they've got some reserve pigs. You know, this is very nicely done, I have to say. This build, I'm a little bit less sure about. Maybe it's just a big fish tank that they boat around, or maybe there's something more here. I genuinely could not tell you. Whereas this is clearly meant to be an ice farm, something you cannot do on regular super flat, because even if you go up to the very world height, 320 blocks, this will never happen. On this world, you can slowly create a giant ice pit, allowing you to actually farm ice, which I just think is so cool personally. Also, did you see that? That was a polar bear, right? Did I imagine a polar bear appearing and disappearing? You know, I need to clearly get some medication for that, just like how you might want to get some medication for being a zombie villager. And you know what that medication is? It's a splash potion of weakness and a golden apple, which is why on this side of the world, past all the snow and past the trees and the giant mob grinder, you'll see an amazing revelation has happened, because over here they have done the unthinkable. They've actually created, actually I guess it's not unthinkable, I guess it's actually a required part of the curriculum. They've only now just reached villager status. Also, whoa, look at this base. But yeah, as you can see, as well as having piglins, this is only possible with this world, as well as having skeleton horses, which are a huge disappointment just like you. We also have a house made entirely of trapdoors, gotta say, kinda love the idea. Still a better attempt at peace than in the real world. I mean, if crafting tables aren't a representation of world peace, I don't know what is. Which way round is it meant to go? I genuinely don't know. You know what, that's the peace symbol. And this is the opposite of peace symbol.
So I just went to sleep, and when I woke up, I was looking at a night sky above me, and I was a little bit confused at first, like, what block is that? And then I realized, you know when they were building those random white blocks over the void? That was so they could make maps which looked like the sky. I love creativity like that, and that is why we're here at the end of the Realm experiment, where I'm just going to give you a brief rundown as to what people have done over the last few weeks, because there is some really impressive progress. Of course, collecting all the trees is nice, all the plants and all the... It's really impressive stuff on this level, but one of the most impressive things of all is found right here in the cross between the swamp and the taiga biome. Why is this little bridge out going into nowhere so interesting? It's because of just how long it goes. In fact, the players of this map had realized something very clever about ultra-flat survival, and that is that if you're crazy enough to bridge out over the void for thousands of blocks, I say thousands, but what I really mean, it actually goes for a full 10,000 blocks if you're looking at my coordinates. And at the end of that 10,000 blocks, which side note, you'd have to be crazy to just keep digging off that point, what do you find? It's a second flat world. Yeah, that is right. This is one of the weird Easter eggs we decided to leave in the map just in case anyone decided to do, and they actually did it. They built all the way over to here so they could see the structured version of the world, because Ultra Flat Survival is actually two separate flat worlds, one with structures enabled and one with structures out, and it's really cool that they built over here just to see the structures. So it's absolutely crazy to see stuff like this happen. However, what were the overall results of the realm experiment? Let's go back and find out. Overall, this is one of the nicest servers I've ever actually run. There's usually a lot of overarching conflict that can get in the way of the classic Minecraft experience, but when there is a flat world, everyone is fighting against the unknown, not unlike when you're in a frontier town. There's no time for drama because we're all fighting for survival. Everyone had that exact same thing here, and even though they had separate camps and bases, they were happy to travel along to each other, even by skeleton horse it seems, if they needed to get their hands on something, which was just absolutely beautiful to see. I thought this was one of the purest and nicest survival experiences you can have, and if you agreed, just remember you can purchase this map right now. I'll leave a link in the description, or you can search IBX Toy Maps on the Minecraft Marketplace. I hope you enjoyed this video. It looks as though the participants did, and I think in the future I'll be doing some more subscriber-only realms, so make sure to subscribe if you want to see those videos or even have a chance of participating. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Oh, I've been using the wrong... It's got a member counter. I guess we can just put the cat in the corner.